Superhero time starts now.
From the land of crazy hairstyles and overly ridiculous weapons, it's time for the Anime Mavericks podcast. And now, here they are, your Anime Mavericks.
Hello everyone and welcome to the Anime Mavericks podcast, the official anime podcast of RVT. We want to thank you guys once again for joining us here this week on The Shades.
I'm Yummy Angie.
And I'm Mike Shell.
We, of course, are your Anime Mavericks, and we're here to bring you all the anime news, reviews, and interviews that you crave. And welcome to the first AMP of 2020! Woo!
Woohoo!
Yeah, I know we took some time off because we had some things to do, and bring in the new year. And then, of course, myself and my buddy and our buddies Matty J and Spade Ace went off to Orlando for a week or two. Taking care of a little something, as you might have noticed. But we are back! Back and ready to go here. So, Mavericks, how are we doing this week?
This week's okay. While we were off, I saw Weathering with You.
Ooh, I wanted to see that.
Theaters, it was cute. And nothing else, just work. I had Monday off. It was cool. I got to sleep. Did I sleep in? I don't remember.
Also, real quick, thank you to Slick Rick for the Tier 1 sub. 5 months now. EY!
EY!
So, Mike, how you doing this week? Mike?
Ah, there you are, yes. But, yeah, my week went pretty well. I've got a little vacation coming up myself. Head up to Washington State to get my girl back home.
What? Yeah, seems we all had a pretty good holiday. Like I said, was at AGDQ a couple of weeks ago. Had fun with that. And of course, things are going chill at home. I'm gonna warn you guys in advance now, and I'm gonna apologize if this happens, but we have company tonight. My daughter's BFF is spending the night here, so if you suddenly hear a lot of noise coming from the background, that's probably them, and you will hear me go and deal with that. I've warned them to keep quiet, but those two can get quite rowdy when they're together. It's quite chaotic. But nonetheless, we are back here ready to have some fun. On tonight's show, it's Mike Shell's pick this week, and we're going to start this new year off with a rather deathly note. And I don't mean the actual Death Note note. We don't need to cover that. But but we will make up for it. Sorry.
I'm trying to remember if we, if we've tried to watch that before. It feels like we would have.
No,
or it's
we
just
have never.
so old.
No, it's not so much that it's so old. It's more like I've already reviewed it, and there's really no reason. Anyone who's a decent anime fan who's watching this podcast has probably at least seen an episode or two of Death Note. Not really necessary. Holy crap, Devin the Gray. I'm assuming that's Devin the Cool on Twitter. Glad to see you in town, my friend. Welcome. But nonetheless, we will have a more upbeat video on tonight's AMTV, though somehow death is still somewhat involved. Do not ask me how this works, but I'm sure a lot of you might have already gotten the idea. No, Angie's pick was last time, Kira. Trust me, I double-checked. Last time we did Angie's pick to the Abandoned Sacred Beast. That was her pick last week. I double-checked. So...
Yes, I'm bringing in the new year this time.
Don't worry, I don't let them skip over.
Trust me, Angie would have called me out if I had fucked up the order. She's good about that. I'm usually on top of things, but if I screw things up, she's the first one to say, Shades, I think you need to fix that. But first, it is time for everyone's favorite topic. It's the anime news of the week. And of course, starting us off as always to kick off this new year is our anime informer, Yamayanji. What do you got for us this week?
We have a Pokemon movie incoming on Netflix because on February 27th, Netflix is going to be adding Pokemon Mewtwo Strikes Back Evolution, which is the CGI remake of what we know as Pokemon the first movie. So that will be interesting.
Yeah, how the hell is that gonna work?
Oh, I was looking at the trailer. It's like, oh, I was a little disappointed actually. I was like, oh, a Pokemon movie. I'm like, oh, it's a remake.
Yeah,
Did they run out of places in Europe to emulate?
Well, obviously not. They still haven't. I don't think they've done any movies on the Galar region yet, so that's probably still coming. But this was just nostalgia bait, and as Game Fan points out, it is just a shot-for-shot remake of the movie. But this does lead to a very big question in terms of its American release, because how the hell are they going to handle the dub? Because let's remember, folks, most of the dub cast doesn't work. That was a part that was here for this movie. They don't work for the Pokemon Company anymore. Veronica Taylor's not voicing Ash anymore.
I mean, the trailer that's on the news article is in English. So I guess it's whoever's doing I guess it's people from the current incarnation.
Oh, that's
that
a bad sign. That's a bad sign.
All I know is I was looking and I didn't see Meowth dressed up as a Viking maiden, so I'm a little upset that that's the shot I wanted in the trailer. And I'm like, oh, I want to see Team Rocket dressed up as Vikings in CGI.
I'm sure we'll see them in the final movie because, like I said,
I'll have to wait till the 20. Yeah, you have to wait till the end of February.
Still, this actually hurts because, like, doing it in CG is one thing. Okay, if it's a shot-for-shot recreation, you're already tapping our nostalgia. You need to have the original voice cast back, otherwise it doesn't feel the same. And I'm sorry, I will straight out say it. I do not like the current voice of Ash Ketchum. At all.
Yeah. Well, they had people reprising in the Japanese cast,
Yeah,
according to my news article, but yeah, I know.
Yeah, that's not surprising. It's easier for them to bring old voice actors back for that, at least anyone who's still alive. But it just, no. If it doesn't have the original dub cast back, it's not the same. I'd rather, I mean, I am sure you could say, oh, then why don't you just watch your movie? Sure, but if you're going to, that just makes the question, why did they even make this in the first place?
Yeah.
Like, this is a question
why bother?
Who is this for? Who is this movie for, in all honesty?
Yeah, because we who remember the first movie and that scene, how can you not forget that scene? And how can they handle it when they remake it shot for shot in CG?
Oof.
Without the original voice cast?
Yeah. Just, I try to be optimistic. And most people know that I try to be more optimistic when it comes to upcoming anime and stuff like that. You guys know this by now, but I'm sorry. I don't have high hopes for this. I have too many doubts.
I have a bad feeling this is Netflix's Death Note all over again.
Well, the thing is this isn't even Netflix's fault. Like, they didn't make this. They're just licensing it. This is all Pokemon Company that's doing this.
Yeah, this was already. It's like this was already screened in Japan. It was already in Japan in theaters or screened, over the summer. So it's just getting licensed over here.
But what were the box office numbers then?
I don't know. I'll have to find those later.
Yeah, that's gonna tell us some research. But yeah, at this point, you'd have been better off just if it's all, You know, unless what Game Fan is saying or Voice is saying that there's an Easter egg that means there's additional content, you'd have been better off just taking the audio from the original movie and dubbing over this. I'm sure you could sync it up if you worked hard enough. Still, you know, I don't know. But we must move on, and unfortunately, the Goose does not get any better from here. Mike,
Nope.
lay it on us.
Yeah, I'm gonna bring the room down even further. We do have to bring up remembrance for the late voice actor Bryce Armstrong, who passed away on January 10th from natural causes. Of course, if you remember, how can you not remember him growing up? He was the original narrator for Funimation's dub of Dragon Ball. Not Dragon Ball Z, the narrator for Dragon Ball, and he also voiced Captain Ginyu in Dragon Ball Z, along with Lord Slug in the Dragon Ball Z Lord Slug movie as well, and a few other voice acting appearances in Lupin the Third, Farewell to Nostradamus, and in Baki the Grappler. And in Samurai 7, if you remember that from the run on Tsunami a few years ago.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. So, yeah, this guy...
Yes.
Oh, boy.
It's not quite a long list of credits, but a substantial one. I mean, the narrator for all of Funimation's Dragon Ball series. I mean, he was the voice you made sure you tuned in tomorrow to see the next episode.
Previously on Dragon Ball. Up until Kyle Bear took over for it in Dragon Ball Z. But both are good. So like this is not knocking Kyle Bear. I'm a big fan of his. But yeah, Bryce Armstrong, definitely a very good narrator, very good voice actor. He will be missed. And while we don't have our equivalent to the anime to the 21 anime gun salute, we don't have that here. We do send our condolences to Bryce's family, and we hope that their grief is short, but their remembrance will live on forever, because this man's voice will be remembered forever in the history of the anime community. It's always sad to see. To be fair, though, I mean, like they said, he was 84 years old. Like, this guy was no spring chicken. I mean, his time was pretty much up as it was. So, like, it was like he died young.
Yeah,
he had
and he already retired from voice acting back in 2009. So he had a good amount of time just to enjoy life itself.
Exactly. So I would assume he had a pretty fulfilled life by the time he passed on. So I hope that is the case. So Bryce, you may not have been the most well-known voice actor out there, but you will be remembered. You can be assured of that. Rest in peace, my good man. But let us not dwell on the pain. Let us move on. And we actually do have something interesting here. We've got Digimon news, of all things. I'm sure a lot of you have heard about this and were wondering if we were going to talk about it. Of course I fucking was going to talk about it, because it's fucking Digimon. So, for those who have not heard, they are going... we talked about the Pokemon movie reboot. We're also getting a remake of Digimon Adventure Season 1. Hi and the gang are gonna be back in their old childhood selves, their middle school lives, back again. And I will say, like, looking at this art style, it doesn't feel like it doesn't look like it looks like they're just gonna modernize the artwork. They're not remaking every character. Everyone's still there. Everyone looks pretty much exactly like they did. It's just cleaned up for a modern era. So I still question what this is going to serve, or what they're going to do with the story here. But I'm a little less pessimistic about this one. I'm more cautiously optimistic. I'm interested to see what they're going to do with this. I mean, we've already got Kizuna, Digimon Last Evolution Kizuna coming up soon. And that's going to end the original timeline. But what is this gonna do? What are they gonna do with this? Is this just their way of kind of reintroducing the original series for those who have seen Try and Kizuna and are wondering where this started at? I mean, that's not a bad thing to do, and if it's done right, I'm very curious to see how they're gonna pull it off. But curious, to say the least. Curious. But that being said, we will keep an eye on this, and I'm pretty sure we will probably watch this when it comes out. I'm pretty sure this will be on Anime Mavericks in the future because I want to see how they handle this. But we will go from there. And speaking of love, that is the anime news of the week this week. Hey, you know what? Kira, I'll take this over Digimon Apple Monsters any freaking day of the week because I haven't even watched that show. I've just seen clips. And the clips alone turn me away. Like, all you have to do is just take a look at how they digivolve. Oh, God. Why? Why? The sound that the device makes when they digivolve is so ear grating, it's unbearable. I'm sorry, no. I do not like what they did with Apple Monsters, and I am so glad that it's in an alternate continuity and not part of the main timeline. Fuck that series.
Well, just on the annoying sound alone, I think I'll never watch.
Yeah.
So it's like, how worse is it from the phone out of service chime that I really hate? I was doing Outbound today.
I think I can easily say it's worse.
Okay.
I could easily say, because what it is they have, like, first there's the standby noise, which is, it's got a decent beat to it, and then there's this voice announcing what the base Digimon is, and it's basically a fusion system. You put in an Apple chip, and when they do, and the energy spewts out, and they actually start the evolution, the voice of the device repeats the two names of the Digimon over and over again, getting higher and higher pitch, faster and faster, until it just explodes, and then it just does this. The voice on the Digivice on this thing is just so unbearable. And this is just go look up a clip of it yourself. Just watch one Digivolution clip, and you will see just how ear grating it is.
Yeah, who decided to break belt?
Oh, it's just unbearable. Anyway, let's get off of that topic. Let's get to the good shit. Oh, hopefully, the good shit. I mean, let's no offense, Mike. Your ratio of good to bad anime has not been in your favor.
I realize this. My anime choices run just about as well as my dice rolling.
Occasional good rolls, but more often than not, this fucker's rolling ones. I'm not gonna give him too much shit. He's had some good picks, and this one, I have decent hopes for this one. I'm not gonna sit here and say it's that likely to. It's like it's not on the outset looks like shit. All right, it's one of those that it probably has to take a few episodes before you can finally see whether or not it's good or bad. But as for today's episode, we are starting off the new year quite deadly because we are taking a look at the anime Angels of Death. Quite the interesting one. I've actually heard about this one. I've seen videos about this, so I'm curious to see how this plays out. But let me go ahead and get the link in there for everybody. Of course, the name of the episode doesn't help. The name of the episode does not help at all. The jokes you could say. Oh, for fuck's sake. Give you folks at home a moment to load up. Oh, and of course, this is based off a video game, as game fan. Probably a visual novel, knowing how these go. Because that's usually how a lot of Japanese anime are formed. It's either from a manga, a light novel, or a visual novel. That is 95% of anime out there based on one of those three. Hell, I'd say a solid 95% of isekai are based on light novels. Well, Voice is saying it's alright. That's a good sign. He's a pretty good resource when it comes to opinions on anime.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, I think everyone's about ready to go here. You guys ready on your end?
Ready?
Alright, let's get this party started. Angels of Death, Episode 1. Kill me. Please. In 3, 2, 1, play. Let me turn that down just a little bit on my end. Bright full moon, that's always a sign. Oh, I already get the feeling just based on how she looks, she's been through some shit. The hell?
Not in Kansas anymore, baby.
Well, yeah, it's too close.
Yeah, that mood's just a little too big for my taste. I'm pretty sure the world should be ending right now. The hell's up with the cameras? Jesus.
Yeah.
Sheesh.
Big Brother's definitely watching
big-
here.
Yeah.
Ooh, someone left a note. Sounds like something in a persona.
So is the afterlife a reality show now?
Oh god, we got typewriters. Is this Resident Evil? Oh.
Ooh.
Yeah, that'd do it.
Yep. Guess that was the right answer.
What? Ah, shit.
That doesn't sound too nice.
No, it
I
does
don't like where
not.
this is heading.
Yeah. There's a street. Might want to look both ways.
Dude. What was that? Yeah, good idea. Start running.
I'd be looking for a blunt object.
Oh,
Oh!
that's not good. I don't think it's you that it's afraid of.
Oh! Birdie!
And suddenly this has turned into a game of Danganronpa. Well, this guy's clearly lost his marbles. Oh, shit. That was close.
So one and done? Not much for. Rather apathetic for a murderer.
Yeah, I think that goes without saying. Oh. Well, you're not helping that bird.
Can't really tell.
What is she doing?
I'm worried about the dead bird.
Damn.
If he was the first one, who does she have to face next?
Yeah, I don't think it gets any easier from there. Now what? That voice sounds familiar. I got a bad feeling about this guy. Yeah, I trust you about as far as I can throw you, pal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I just double checked. I definitely recognize that doctor. Dr. Danny's played by Derek Snow, who plays Shinra in Fire Force.
Ah.
He's hiding something. He is so hiding something.
Yeah.
Yeah, she knows it. She knows he's bullshitting. There it is. There it is.
Yep.
I got the feeling she needed to read that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Get the hell out of there!
Okay. Might want to find a scalpel.
And make sure he doesn't get it. God, I'm getting chills listening to this.
Yeah. Oh.
Yeah. Like she's not gonna be if she stays. Oh, and of course he locked the fucking door.
Yep.
Don't. Why'd you drop the fucking crowbar? Oops, sorry.
Ah!
Ah!
He's got two irises on the left. They're on the right side there.
Is one
Yep.
painted on the glasses? Maybe not.
No, those are definitely in his eye.
Oh!
Oh,
Oh!
shit.
Shit.
It's always the good. Roll
Whoa.
credits.
Oh.
Damn.
Oh.
Huh. I was
Okay.
not prepared for that.
Oh, that brings up so many. Let's say the questions this all brings up, and the you can almost think that the murder she witnessed was probably her parents' murder.
Mm-hmm. I think that's pretty well implied with this.
Yeah, but now he's just in as much hot water as she is, though.
Yeah, he broke the rules.
Not sure how much she cares, really.
No, at this point, she's become full-blown suicidal.
Yep. Which, as he was saying, he really didn't care for. He wanted them to have his victims. He wants to see the hope disappear from them.
Yeah, he wants to see them at their most hopeful. Like, this is Danganronpa levels here. They give them their
Yep.
biggest hope so that when they finally, when they realize that hope is gone, it creates the greatest despair. And it's very clear that this guy feeds off of that. I mean, that's why he killed Danny. Danny was at his most hopeful. He was going to finally get the eyes he so desperately wanted. And this guy and Zach killed him right then and there.
Yep. But now she, at this point, that's all gone. She has no purpose as being as a prize for him anymore.
So how does he respond to that? That's the question. Like, that's the kind of thing you got to look at when you see stuff like this. It's like, now she no longer wants to live. Oh, still, holy shit. Yeah, this is the thing about Japanese stuff like this. When it comes to outright horror, like, you know, Lovecraftian horror, they're usually pretty bad at it. Let's be completely honest with ourselves. They're not very good at actual horror. But when it comes to thrillers, they can be geniuses. And this episode proved that. Like, you can't do full-on, like, grotesque horror because it just seems kind of cheesy in anime form. Trust me, they've tried many times. Many times. It's never quite worked out very well for them. But when it comes to psychological horror and thriller, they can do some of the best stuff out there. Oh, holy shit. And I won't deny it, the voice cast is pretty decent. I'm not too sold on Rachel's voice. Megan McClain does her voice, and a little stiff, but then again, given her character, I can't really blame her for that. But yeah, Dallas Reed as Zach and Derek Snow especially as holy shit, Derek gave it his all for this.
Indeed.
Seeming so friendly and innocent at first, and then he just gets so fucking creepy when he finally shows his true colors. And I see who some of the other voice VAs involved in this show coming up. Hoo boy. Hoo boy. I am interested to see how those characters play.
I have a feeling they had fun in the booths recording those lines.
Considering who one of the VAs is, I'm almost certain she had a blast playing. If she's playing a creepy character like this in a show like this, oh, I bet she had fun because, folks, there are 2 VAs that I recognize in the voice cast. There's only like 6 names showing up on this wiki that I'm looking at. The only other one I don't recognize is our Bruce Elliott. I'll have to look his stuff up to see who he's done, if there's anything I recognize. But the other 2, Brittany Karbowski and Jamie Markey. I kind of want to see how she does. I kind of need to see that now. Jamie, if she plays a psychopathic character like we saw with Danny and Zach, I kind of want to see how that turns out. And even more so for Brittany Karbowski, because, I mean, every character Brittany's ever played has been, like, cute characters, usually very friendly characters, or at least very energetic, happy characters, like Black Star and Soul Eater, or Rimuru and That Time I Got Reincarnated as a Slime. She does those kind of characters. What is she doing in a show like this? Garner, if you don't know who the hell Jamie Markey is, that just proves to me you don't watch my show. You legit have not seen my show. Because if you watched my anime takeovers, you would know the name of Jamie Markey. Her name has come up in at least half the anime I reviewed. And I mean literally half the anime I reviewed since I started the new show. I literally can't escape that woman. So, yeah. And like I said, Brittany Karbowski just recently, just at the end of last year, reviewed That Time I Got Reincarnated as a Slime. She freaking played the main character in Brittany. So trust me, those are names. Yeah. Boy's like, turn in your anime card to the door, good sir. I'm almost inclined to agree. Like, I can understand not seeing a specific show, but if you haven't at least seen my reviews and not know those names, especially Jamie Markey, come on, man. Come on. Still, back on topic. Oh, let's just call it what it is. Bottom line, would we watch more of this? Angie?
I'm not really sure. I'm not sure if it's not really my genre.
That's a fair point.
Yep.
No shame there. Mike?
Oh, yes. I'd definitely be interested in more of this.
Yeah, normally this is not a genre I dabble in very often. In fact, I don't think I've ever done a psychological horror for Anime Takeover. Though that is going to change, because I do have a review in the docket that I watched recently that I will have to review. But not a very good one, admittedly. Don't expect that one to get the seal of approval by any stretch of the imagination. But for this, yeah, I want to see where this goes.
And it's only 16 episodes, so it's a nice shorter series.
Mike, you realize what you've just done, haven't you?
Well, ask me what I'm doing.
Well, what are you doing, Mike?
I'm geniusing.
And you know why you're geniusing?
Because I can.
No. Do you know specifically what you've done that makes you geniusing?
Oh, yes, I do. I've just introduced a new title for your anime watch party.
That is exactly correct. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and stick a pin on this one for a later date. Yeah, Guts got it. He knows. Oh yeah. This 16 episodes, a little longer than usual, but I think if I started a little early, this could easily fit into an anime watch party. Yeah, we'll be coming back to this one in the future, folks. You rest assured on that one. Speaking of the watch parties, if you got, Gardner, you said you're not a big anime guy, you're not a dedicated anime watcher. I understand that, but I am specifically inviting you to join us for our future watch party. Not this next Tuesday, because we're actually halfway into a show, so you'd be completely lost. But in a couple of weeks, maybe next Saturday even, join us. Pop into the Discord. I believe it'll be Saturday, I say roughly around 4, I think. Join us on the Discord. We do an anime watch party every Tuesday and every other Saturday in between Anime Mavericks. And I invite everyone to join us for those because we watch a whole cavalcade of different anime, and it is a great way to introduce yourself to shows that you would have never watched before. And it's part of the reason why I started doing Anime Takeover again is, Gardner, that excuse ain't gonna fly with me because we don't use the screen share on Discord anymore. We have a program called Cast, and it works on mobile. People have tested it. You ain't getting out of this that easily. If you have a mobile phone, you can join us. You have no excuse. Anyway, but yeah, that was one of the things I decided to do with Anime Takeover, was I wanted to expand my horizons and see anime that I would have never watched before. And you think about the anime I've watched I reviewed on Anime Takeover after coming back. Recovery of MMO Junkie, Miss Kobayashi's Dragon Maid, Zombieland Saga, Toradora. Stuff I never would have considered watching before. And after finishing those shows and reviewing them, I realized how much I fucking missed. Because if you're only limiting yourself to one genre, you are missing so much good shit. Now, inevitably, you're gonna find a few bad apples in the rough. I did as well. But here's the thing. That's what Sturgeon's Law is about. 90% of everything is shit. You're gonna come across a few bad apples. But if you avoid an entire genre just because you've heard of a few bad apples, you're invoking Sturgeon's Law. Dig a little deeper. You will find some amazing stuff in between, outside of that 90%. Stuff, stuff that you would have never realized was so fucking good. So, I encourage every single one of you to join me for the watch party every Saturday. And that goes for everyone who's watching the VOD on YouTube. If you're watching this show in any capacity, come onto the Discord. Links will be, we'll put a link, links are always in the description. I'll put one in for this one especially. Join us on there and get to see, open your horizons up, expand your horizons and find some new anime. You will be glad you did. Yeah, exactly, Gardner. Mecha anime, this last year, 3 new mecha anime came out last year. Trust me, I've been keeping up. 3 new mecha anime came out last year. The mecha genre is not exactly what it used to be. If you're going to be an anime fan, you're going to need to open up a little bit. So I invite you to join us for that. But that is Mike's pick for this week. Next week, it's your guys' turn to decide what anime we're watching. So we'll be spinning the wheel once again. So if you have any suggestions for any anime that you'd like for us to check out here on Anime Mavericks, in the description is the link to our suggestion form. Post all your suggestions in there, and we'll spin the wheel next week and see if your suggestion comes up. Remember the rules. Also, you can hit !AMP in the Twitch chat to be able to pull up the suggestion form there as well if you can't really pull up the link in the description. Remember the rules? Only official websites or YouTube channels will be accepted. No straight comedy, shoujo, or drama anime. Those are very hard for us to riff on. 10 to 30 minute episodes only. First episodes only, unless you have a damn good reason otherwise. And we're pretty sure to provide a link to the anime along with the series title in case your link goes dead. And P96, you know how the commands work. It's exclamation point AMP here. I will show you. Boom. Right there. The link works. I know it does. I've tested these myself. That being said, it is time for us to change channels and see what's happening over on AMTV. And for tonight's video, I wanted to start out 2020 with an energetic romp. Something that was going to be fun to watch. And yet, somehow, it's tangentially linked to the anime of choice. I didn't even think about this until I made the choice. Because we're dealing with the undead again. We're dealing with the undead in this one. I'm sure most of you already know where I'm going with this. Like, I don't even have to tell you what anime is going to be involved. If you know my work at all. But I found this video and I just decided this would be a great way to start things off. Something fun, energetic, and yet somehow deals with the undead. Don't ask me how. But you'll see what I mean as we check out today's video here on AMTV.
Ladies and gents, this is the moment you've waited for. Been searching in the dark, your sweat soaking through the floor. And buried in your bones, there's an ache that you can't ignore. Taking your breath, stealing your mind, and all that was real is left behind. Don't fight it, it's coming for you, running at you. It's only this moment, don't care what can gather. You'll feel a dream, can't you see, getting closer. Just surrender, cause you feel the feeling taking over. It's fire, it's freedom, it's flooding open. It's a picture in the pulpit and your blind devotion. There's something breaking at the brick of every wall, it's holding all that you know. So tell me, do you want to go? Where it's covered in all the colored lights, where the runaways are running the night. Impossible comes true, it's taking over you. This is the greatest show. We light it up, we won't come down, and the sun can't stop us now.
there you have it. Undead Man Zombieland by Pantsu of Doom. Holy crap, that was full of life. Zombieland Saga is the animated choice in there. Of course, The Greatest Show, courtesy of Hugh Jackman and many others from The Greatest Showman soundtrack. Whoo, boy, is that one full of... That's a good way to kick off 2020. What do you think?
Absolutely.
Because that's the mindset we need to have going into 2020. This is going to be the greatest show. This is going to be the greatest year. Let me have some hope, damn it. And yeah, you guys might have noticed there was a couple little Easter eggs, a couple little added effects thrown here and there. Some extra graphics thrown in there for fun. There was like 3 of them that I think I found. There might have been more, but there was at least 3 I found. I wonder how many of you guys found in there.
I noticed the L'Oreal one.
There was a zombie from Plants vs. Zombies when they were jumping into the mud. And then there was one more when Ty was ripping up the chicken suit. And the guy's underwear was exposed. Something peeked out. I don't remember.
Oh, yes.
I don't remember exactly what it was. I couldn't see exactly what it was, but there was something there. But yeah, that I had to pick that one on myself because you guys gave me some good suggestions, but there was nothing that really just jumped out at me as like, this is how we start 2020. I had to pick something big. And I think I did a damn good job in my personal opinion. At least I'm personally proud of it. But we'll make sure to get you guys' suggestions in because you guys have sent us plenty of suggestions. But if you guys can think of any anime that you guys can suggest for a future anime AMTV, again, link is located down in the description below, or you can hit !AMTV, put the link in for that link to pop up in the Twitch chat, and you can suggest there as well. Remember the rules? Only AMVs will be accepted. They must come from their original sources, whether it be the creator's official YouTube page or their page on animemusicvideos.org. And I always specify their official YouTube page because there's a lot of those best AMVs of all time and channels like Vermilion AMVs that aren't the actual channels. They just showcase the AMVs. So be on the lookout for that. Most of you guys are pretty good about avoiding those, especially lately. But just keep that in mind going forward, so in case you look out for that. And of course, make sure you provide all relevant info based on your AMV in the suggestion form, just in case your link goes dead and I gotta go digging for it. That has happened. There are a few videos that I actually had to cut out of the list because I literally can't find them anywhere. So be careful with that. But with all that said, that is going to do it for us here tonight here on the Anime Mavericks podcast. We hope you guys had a fun time here to start off 2020 here, Anime Mavericks style. If you indeed enjoyed tonight's show and you haven't done so already, make sure you give us a follow to keep up with all our streams and more. And if you can't, subscribe to get access to our exclusive Twitch emotes, our VIP Discord channels, and our loyalty badges. Speaking of Discord, if you have the ability to, give us a server boost. It'll mean better audio quality for the streams and benefits for you guys as well. So you don't want to miss out on that. And of course, for all of our other commands, we've got the links, the command list located down in the description. Use them, learn them, love them. So much stuff you can do here on our channel. The bot is up and raring to go. But in the meantime, we want to thank you guys for joining us as always here on RVTV. We are your Anime Mavericks, and we will continue to bring you all the anime news, reviews, and interviews that you crave. On the Shades,
I'm Yummy Angie.
And I'm Mike Shell.
and we'll see you guys next time. Rock on! Special thanks to my patrons like Voice and a Frozen Traveler. Subscribe today to make these streams even better.